Good evening, everyone. Thanks for tuning in tonight as we are here live at the Jerome McGinley Arena as the Crude take on the Outlaws this Friday evening. We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors for the season, the Dillon Doken Contracting, Central Social Hall, Wedman Land and Cattle Co., Zender Ford, Impact Homes, Alberta Sportswear, Frank's Sandblasting and Painting, United Sport and Cycle, the Ironworker Local number 720, and Key to Safety. Thanks again for this season's sponsors. And once again, thanks for joining us this Friday evening as the Crude take on the Outlaws here at the Jerome McGinley Arena in St. Albert. I'm Kelsey Kleparchuk with CROW LAX TV. Like, subscribe on our YouTube to follow with all the game updates. Tune in live. Like and subscribe.
They keep bringing the score clock board into the ref room, so
Okay.
I'm guessing that's the delay. Something the lineup's not right.
Yes, yeah. The Outlaws are waiting on the floor right now. Looks like there might have been an issue with the lineup, and the referees are here to let us know what's happening. Slight delay, but here we are. Your team, the Crude, coming out on the floor. And thanks again for joining us tonight and on this lovely Friday evening to watch the Crude take on the Outlaws here at the Jerome Aginla Arena. Tuning in live with CROW LAX TV. Like and subscribe. Thanks everyone again for tuning in live tonight at the Jerome Aginla Arena here as the St. Albert Crude Lacrosse Club takes on the Beaumont Outlaws. We've got Ryan Horby as the Crude goalie to start off, and Easton Couturier in for the Outlaws. Okay, we have the face-off here, and who's going to win it? Crude picks it up off the floor, passes it up. Outlaws got it again. Trying to beat them down. Looking to set something up here. Passes it to Cody Porter. Trying to make a play, trying to set something up, makes a shot, misses. Ball is down, and it looks like Parker's gonna pick it up. Nope. Ball's handed over. Back to Crude. Elliott passes it over. Bowie trying to make a move here. Outlaws are putting on the pressure. Sika passes it up. Tries to get in, but Outlaws have it back up. Number 15, Booth, is trying to make a pass up to Grace. Top of the key there to Wells. Back to Porter. Shot clock is about to expire. Makes a shot. Back up. Frey is waiting for his teammates, and there it is. Elliott's got the ball now, trying to get close. Passes it back up to Lemieux. And Frey's got it again. Going in. Oh, and it's saved there by Couturier. Ball's thrown up the floor to Outlaws. Sutherland. Pass back to Hildebrand. Porter tries to make a shot on a little bit high at the net. Chasing the ball down the field. Crude ball. Kipilo picks it up and passes it across to Sika. Loose ball right now, and Outlaws pick it up. Keller waits for his teammates. And Porter has it. Back out to Grace. Wells. Shot on Crude, saved by Horbe. Throws it back. Clear shot right to Ferretti. And he waits. Gets back behind the net. Waiting for a little line change here. 7-7 has it now. Tried to get it up over the shoulders. The goaltender, but did not make it. Another shot on Couturier. Vodchuk tries to bring it in. Back over to 7-7. Elliott. Shot on. Elliott has it back. Pass back up. 2. Nope, ball's turned over. There to the Outlaws. Hayne brings it up. Grace rushes the net. Makes a move there. Saved by Horbe. Grace tries at it again. Passes it to Hildebrand. Grace shoots it in. Gets it in there. Carter Grace with a goal. First one for the Outlaws. Okay, they face off. Crude picks it up, swats it off, but it was swatted right into the hands of Hudson Cook. He's waiting for his teammates. He passes it up to Porter, then across to Dugan. Back with Porter. Ellis is getting pressure. Crude picks it up. You got Nipkilo. Made a big shot, bounced all the way back. Outlaws got it again. Lemieux holds it up, waits for his teammates, and here it is again. Carter Grace. Shot missed. Okay, we got Huckabee. Pass it up there to Sika. Bowie. He's putting the pressure on in the key. But Elliott's back there. Trying to make a shot. Sika picks it up again. Sika tries to make a pick with Elliott. Shot was fired and missed. Keller brings it back up the field for the Outlaws. Hildebrand rushes up. Picked up again by the Outlaws, by Zwenka. made a shot on Couturier. Missed, picked back again though by, oh, it looks like there's some interference here with Jazwenka and the Outlaws. There's something going on. Some interference there with the Outlaw goalie. And it looks like Jazwenka is heading to the penalty box. For some goalie interference. 2 minutes for Jazwenka there. And we also have a penalty there for 81 for the Outlaws.
For roughing and goaltender interference, 2 minutes for roughing.
Okay, so we got 2 penalties here for the Crude. First one was for roughing and goalie interference by Jazwenka. Got another one with Outlaws, also for roughing. And that second one for the Crude. We are still waiting to find this out, but here we are. Porter tries to bring it in. Everyone's getting a little bit more territorial here, but Drader tries to bring it up for the Crude. Nikipilo is pressured in the corner. And Porter got that ball off of him. Grace holds it at the top. Pass it over. Over to 27, Gage Brooks. Gage over to Wells. Makes a shot, misses. Grace makes a shot and also ricocheted back. He's gonna get that rebound. Looks like Crude picked it up. There's a breakaway here with McConnell pushed right there by Kay Ellis. Looks like there's a roughing. Oh, too early to call. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that, folks. Sounded like the stream wasn't really too high up. We had the levels a bit down. It looks like the levels are picking up here on the floor. Shot clock was reset, and here we have Elliott. Top. For the play to set up. Ball's passed across the floor to Fawchuk. Fawchuk brings it back. Shots on Couturier. Misses, but picks it back up. Got Elliott. Pass it there to Sika. Whoa. Right off shin there. Okay. Test, here we go. Trying to test up a bit more. Sounds like our levels are quite low. Can we turn that the other way? Hello, check. Sound still the max volume. Must be talking like this. Sorry, folks, for our audio technical difficulties. But there's a little bit of a battle here as the Outlaws have their shot clock expire. Connell passes it over. There to Frey. Frey holds it at the top. Shot is made by Sika. picks it up again off the rebound. Pressure's on him. Pass it over there to we got Stenson. McKenna has it now for the Outlaws. Pass it back to Grace. Hurls it over to Porter. Porter holds it at the top. To the side. Left wing. Porter makes a shot. Grace makes a shot, sorry. Misses there. Crude picks back up for a little breakaway with Reich. Reich passes it back to Elliott. Across the field. And we got a timeout here. We are going to take this moment right now as this period is sponsored by Zender Ford. We are the car dealership in Spruce Grove who will go above and beyond to meet your customer needs. They'll work with you no matter what situation you are in. Conveniently, they are located on Highway 16 and have great hours so they can help you with any vehicle needs you may have. And that is Zender Ford with our first period sponsor. Okay, and we're back. Hildebrand brings it up. Pass it over to Brooks. Back to Hildebrand. Tried to pick it up with Brooks, but it's a bit short. Okay, we are hearing that there is need for louder volumes here. Let's try that, folks. Okay, we got Sika here with the Crude. Quick cross, but that shot passed over to Elliott was interfered. And now Ellis is on a little bit of a breakaway here. Decides to hand that over. We're going back and forth across the floor right now. Ball was lost and picked up by Grace. Grace holds it in the key. Makes a shot there on Horbe, but missed. And now here we have Schultz here with a goal for the Crude, tying up the first period. Okay, I think we turn the decibels up. Okay, so here we are. That goal coming off the high there. Yes. Decibels, yes. I need these up. should be low. That's the thing. It should be like -6, right? It was actually like, it should be at that. So I hope that the volume sounds a little bit better there, folks. We are seeing that our numbers are clipped, and unfortunately, Outlaws just got a goal. I think that was Grace, which makes it 2-1 for the Outlaws. Okay, and the Crude win that face-off. But it looks like a bit of a head injury there, maybe. Now, Crude ball. Rebounds right in front of the Outlaw net. And Sutherland brings it up for the Outlaws. Up top here with Porter. Back at Porter. Makes a shot, and it's in. Goal there for Porter with the Outlaws. Take face off here. Outlaws fall. Crude picks it up. Holds on tight. Here we have Stenson holding at the top. Pass back over to Elliott. Elliott brings it down. And back up top there. Back to Elliott. Makes a shot. Hits off the helmet, thankfully, of 15 Booth with Outlaws. And it's brought back up. And that shot's missed, thankfully. We got the Crude bringing it back up the field. Drader, pressure applied. And it looks like there's penalty called here on the Outlaws, number 66 McKenna, for holding. Two minutes for holding for McKenna as Elliott waiting for a play. Top of the key makes a shot, and it's saved there by Couturier. Outlaws bring it back. And Keller hold on to it. Sorry, that was Porter. Tried to make a shot. Got the rebound picked up by Crude, by Dzwenka. By Smythe. Excuse me. Another push. It's Smythe. And here we have Grace putting pressure on here, as Wells picks it back up and passes it over to Hildebrand. Hildebrand trying to kill that penalty minutes. But Crude's not having it. They pick it up, interfere, that pass. And Back in the hands of the Outlaws. It's Grace. Holding on. Porter tries to make a pick. Porter makes fast. Grace makes a fast shot. Rebound picked up. But the ball is handed over. Back to Crude. And we have Sika. He's looking for his teammate. There, Elliott made the shot, got the rebound, puts the pressure on the Outlaws as they try to bring it up the field. Horbe tosses it up to Frey as he runs up the floor. Finds his teammate Vodchuk across the field, the floor. But Outlaws make that outlet. And Porter picks it up and holds on. And back up to Hildebrand. Hildebrand over to Dugan. Picked up it there again, the corner by Porter. And we got Crude bringing it up. Kipilo holds on, waits for that shift change as Vodchuk passes it across to Elliott. Elliott runs it around. Back at the top. Toss it quick over to Sika, but missed that shot. McKenna had it over there to Porter. Now Wells holding on to it, finding his open teammate. It's picked up. It's a couple shots were tried on net. And it was missed. As Courtier picks it up. Pass it over. Passed it over to Brooks, but then it was picked up again. A turnover here. Looks like there's going to be a bit. We'll pause now as the first period is over. With the score 3-1 for Outlaws. Thanks again for tuning in with CROW LAX TV. Sorry for these audio difficulties. Sounds like the volume is not too loud. It seems very low. Speaking right now is Kelsey Kleparchuk here live with CROW LAX TV. Tune in, like and subscribe on us on YouTube to follow with all the live games. Gonna pause now as we take a little break here. we'll switch to the. Couple minutes here before the second period starts up again. Thanks again for tuning in to CROW LAX TV as the Crude and the Outlaws face off for another Friday night battle. I want to take a moment to thank again our sponsors. Dylan Doken Contracting for all of our goals. We want to thank Central Social Hall, Wedman Land and Cattle Co., Zender Ford, Impact Homes, Alberta Sportswear, Frank's Sandblasting and Painting, United Sport and Cycle, Ironworker Local number 720, and Key to Safety. Also want to take a moment to talk about Battle of the Border, which is back this September in Missoula, Montana. Tour the beautiful University of Montana campus, learn about the CROW LAX program and full ride scholarships available for Canadians, all while taking part in the annual North versus South Box Lacrosse Tournament. Learn more today by following us on Instagram at Battle of the Border Lax. And once again, thanks for tuning in here with us, CROW LAX TV. I am Kelsey Kleparchuk, and thank you for supporting me in my first play-by-play announcing gig. Our second period sponsor here is Alberta Sportswear. Alberta Sportswear is official apparel supplier of the Crude Lacrosse Club. They are a leader in quality embroidering, custom logo clothing, sublimated jerseys, and more. Everything from design to production is all done in-house. Alberta Sportswear with their second period sponsor. Here we are, the second period. With Couturier still in goal for the Outlaws. And Horbe. Running across the floor as Richardson and Sika face off. Richardson swats it back to Hain. Hain passes it up, interfered there by Crude. Passed across the floor, a bit tall, but Vodchuk picks back up and passes it to Sensen. Looks like there's a violation here. Crude penalty for an illegal sub. 2 minutes in the box for Lucid. Grace pass it over there to Wells. Wells holds on to it, tries to make a shot on net, picks it up again on the rebound. Ball is handed over there to Crude. Zwenka runs up the floor, pass it over to Elliott, who makes a shot. It's saved by Couturier. Passes it over to McKenna. McKenna goes offside there. Crude holds on to it. there we go. One down for Crude. Fodchuk makes the goal, bringing it up 2-3.
20 from 10.
10 was the assist.
And so that was a goal there for Fodchuk with the assist. Number 10. And the ball went over the heads there in that face-off. That's picked up by Outlaw. Wells tries to keep that pressure on. Grace holds on to it. Wells pass back up. Cook tried to make a shot. Porter picks it back up. Cook again. Saved though there by Horbe. He's fallen into the net. Needs a little help up. Keep it low. Pass it over. To Lemieux. Lemieux holds on to it. Pressure is put on by Sika. To Sika. He tries to bring it close to the net, but the shot clock expires. Outlaws bring it back up the floor. Cook passed it over to Ellis, who tried to make a shot. Rebounded, pick up. By his teammate Grace, who made the shot as well. But Horbe said not tonight. McConnell brings behind the net and back up to the top. Passes it over to Hildebrand. Ball is brought up now by Zwenka on a little bit of rush. Shoots right into the boards. Great effort. Rebound is picked up by the Outlaws. McKenna. Pass it up to Dugan. Now back down to Porter. To Grace, sorry. Makes a shot. Horbe picks it up and passes it up. There to Reich. Finds his teammate, Stenson. Over across to Elliott. To Sika. Elliott gets the goal. Another one for the Crude. Oh, nope. Sorry, false alarm, guys. Again, this is my first time calling play-by-play, so thank you so much to CROW LAX for this great opportunity. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this game. Here you have it. Outlaw dropped the ball. Crude picks it back up, runs it up the floor. You have Drader holding on tight. But the ball was rebounded as Ellis fights for it in the corner. Wells back over to Grace. Makes the shot. Saved by Horbe. Grace has it again. Holds on. Up to Dugan. Down, another one saved by Horbe. Launches it midfield. Scooped up by Wright. And Elliott gets it in. See, that was what I was waiting for. Another one for Crude, tying it up 3-3. Under 77. Elliott with the goal for the Crude. And with the assist from Drader and Reich, Crude pick it back up. Sika passes it across, but the ball ricochets out. Looks like it went from the Crude bench back onto the floor. Grace picked it up quick, and the Crude, nope, no call here. It looks like there was a holding call here against the Outlaws. Sorry about that. That wasn't an illegal sub. That was a holding call. That was an illegal sub call for the Outlaws. 2-minute penalty there. As the Crude look to hold on to this power play. Elliott brings it up. And there we go, another one. Power play goal by Fodchuk. Bring it to 4-3 for the Crude. Goal for Crude, thanks. Sponsored by Dylan Doken Contracting. Dylan Doken Contracting is a general contracting company. Our attention to detail and giving the customer what they ask for is our company's main objective. Call Dylan Doken Contracting for your general contracting needs. And there we go, another Crude little power play moment here as they fight in the corner. Crude picks it back up, rolls it over to McConnell. McConnell passes over. Fodchuk who tried to whip it. Now we got Bias. Bring it up for the Outlaws. Porter holds on to it. Finds team at Dugan. Cross. As the shot clock down to its last few seconds, and there's a goal for the Outlaw. Number 22, Hildebrand. Tying it up again. With the score 4-4 in the second period. Here at the Jerome McGinley Arena. We got Crude who won that face-off. Sika. Passed over to Fodchuk. And across there to Stenson. Elliott moves around the Outlaws. Tries to get something there in the net. Rebounds. Out to Frey. Hold on to it at the top of the key. Ball is handed over to the Outlaws as Porter passes it across to Ellis, who missed that pass and is picked up instead by Crude Lemieux. And he tried to fake it, and there he did. He faked it, and he got it in. There's another goal for the Crude by number 2, Lemieux. won that goal after an interception, making the score 5-4 for the Crude. Okay, we got Sika and Sutherland with the face-off. The ball is won over by the Crude. Elliott holds on to it there as Lemieux brings it back. Pass it to the top to Fawchuk. Fawchuk makes a shot, and it's rebounded, picked up by Outlaw. Try to bring it up. The floor. There's McKenna. Pass it across to his teammate, Grace. Trying to get close to the crease there. As Zwenka brings it back up for the Crude. Ball is flying all over the place right now, but Crude holds on to it. But not for too long as Richardson picks it back up. Passes fast across there to Grace, who lunges it across the goal but misses, runs into the goalie. Taking a moment here for Horbe to reset. After that effort by Grace with the Outlaws. Crude hold on to it here.
Goal or assist? A goal? Okay.
Oh, and there we have 20. Took a foul, but was able to pass it before it was snatched by the Outlaws. So Crude still hold on to it. Bowie makes the shot, gets it in. Another one for the Crude. Sorry, folks. That was a goal by Sika, number 44, with the assist there with Bilauchuk. Looks like it was that face-off was won by the Outlaws. Keller cradles it, picks it up, and battled. Outlaws hold on to it. Grace whips it at the net, rebounded by number 11. Tries to make another shot, picked up by Crude, passed up the floor by McConnell. Game's getting a bit faster here. As Fawchuk is pushed down to the floor, and the Outlaws have the ball again. Keller makes the pass across. 77. Tried, but not getting past Horbe, who whips it down the net, down the floor, right over to the Outlaws net. Richardson pass it over to Hildebrand. Hildebrand over to Wells. As Grace brings Brown back the net. And is saved there by Horbe. Timeout is called here. Once again, thanks again for tuning in to CROW LAX TV. And thanks again to Alberta Sportswear for sponsoring this second period here. Alberta Sportswear, again, is the official apparel supplier of the Crude Lacrosse Club. They design everything: quality embroidering, custom logo clothing, sublimated jerseys, and more. Everything from design to production, it's all done in-house with Alberta Sportswear. Score 6-4 right now in the second period for the Crude. Okay, we have Sika bringing it up the floor. Pass it over. Fodchuk right there. To 10. It slides right in for another goal for the Crude. Goal for number 10 with the assist with Fodchuk. Our Crude goal sponsor, Dylan Doken Contracting. Call Dylan Doken Contracting for your general contracting needs. Okay. Outlaws are trying to make a play here as Hildebrand tries to get it in. Stopped by Horbe, launched across the floor. Rebounded off the board and picked up again by Nikipilo. We have Elliott, who brings it in for another goal with the Crude. Elliott doesn't have any problem showing off for the fans here.
How many has he gotten so far?
The second. That's Elliott's second of the night. Make the score 8-4. Crude won that face off. Free. Pass it over quick to Lemieux. Back over to Elliott. Now let's try to find that opening. Stenson also tried. Pressure is put on here in the second period as McKenna held on to it, passed it over to his teammates. Now we got Wells holding on to it. 19th Porter. Back up to Wells. Looks like something's going on here. Porter. One of our Crude, but Flames died down a bit this Friday night. If Elliott picks it up, lost the ball. Have a breakaway here from Hain. Hain tried, but saved by Horbe. Made an amazing save there. Crude gets that rebound. We got 10. Drader made that shot. Rebound picked up by Bowie. Shot clock Reset. Spodchuk whips it to the net. Almost catches that rebound, but looks like we got a little breakaway here. 28 with the Outlaw. But saved by Horbe. Rebound. Picked up by Crude and passed up there to Frey. Tried to get over the shoulders there of Courtier, but missed. But got the rebound still with the Crude. The Kipilo holds on to it. Pass over his teammate who just got on the floor. Over again here to Lemieux. Lemieux keeps it in, but passes it right into the stick of Keller. Keller makes a nice little back pass over to Grace. Fumbles it into the corner. Crude passes it up the floor. Picked up by Drader. Pass over his teammate Ferretti. Ferretti gets the rebound. And Coutier picks it up. Passes it over to Hain. Outlaws hold on to it and wait for play to be set up. Wells makes a shot. And Brooks brings it around back as well. Shot clock expired. The Crude hold on to it again here as Frey pass it up. But it's thankfully picked up by Smythe. Couturier. Sorry, folks. Je parle pas français. Maybe not those names. The Outlaw goalie's keeping his eye on the ball there. It's number 20, Vodchuk tries to make a move. Saved. Sika, pass it over there to Vodchuk. Vodchuk. Back to Smythe. But Outlaws hold on to it and try to make a pass, but it's interfered by 21, Huckabee. Vodchuk tries to get another one in there. Now he's on defense. Outlaws bring it up the floor. Keller passes it to Ellis. Ellis over to Grace, who gets another one for the Outlaws. Now, the score is 5-8. Grace with that goal for the Outlaws. And Crude start off the ball there. It's passed over to Schultz. Over to Lemieux. Lemieux pass the pass over across to Sika. Sika behind the net, battling to get to the front of the goal, but still holds on to the shot clock about to expire. As the Outlaws bring it back up the floor. Buys, passes it across the floor to Hildebrand. Hildebrand right in front of to Horbe, but decides to wait. Pass it over to Dugan. Over to Grace. Last 10 seconds of the shot clock here. Grace in the net. Not the ball, but the player. And take a moment here for Horbe to reset, as Grace flew into that net. McConnell brings it up. Pass it over to his teammate, Bowie. Passes it right in front of the net, and it's interfered by Outlaws. Keller tries to have a breakaway, and he gets it. Another one for the Outlaws by Noah Keller, bringing the score 8-6. Crude still in the lead. Outlaws trying to catch up here in the second period with 2 minutes and 22 seconds to go. The face-off is picked up by the Outlaw. Ellis rushes to the net, tries to make a shot, misses, goes wide, picked up again by Porter. Pass it down to Grace, or up to Grace. Makes another goal here for the Outlaws. Score is now 8-7. A minute 57 to go in the second period. And that goal for the Outlaws was by number 3, Grace, with the assist by Jesse Porter, number 2. This face-off is won by none yet, but picked up finally after being fumbled around there on the floor for a bit by the Outlaws. Outlaws are putting the pressure on now. And another one by Jesse Porter. Looked like Horbe wasn't expecting that one at all. Game is tied up here, 8-8. 3 goals by the Outlaws in the last 20 seconds here. A minute 44 left in the second period. Tie game. We got the Outlaws who picked up that one. Hain. Pass it over to Porter. Porter back over to Grace. To Wells. Hildebrand. Grace has it. Tried to make a quick shot there, but it was a bit high. Grossman holds onto it now at the top. Pass it over there to Hildebrand. Hildebrand trying to get through, but Crude are not having it right now. They pick it up. Trying to make this play here with the Crude. Nikipilo. Valiant effort. Ball's turned over. Looks here like we have an injury, unfortunately, on the Crude side. As Stenson walks over back to the bench, holding his knee. Outlaws ball now, Grace. Holds onto it and passes it up to Wells. Back to Grace. Waiting for his outlet. Pass across, right in front of the goalie. Porter tries to hold on to it, but couldn't. Looks here though that penalty called. Penalty called on Crude. Huckabee. Huckabee in there for 2 minutes for cross-checking as a timeout is called. Got 16 seconds left of the period. Second period. Scores 8-8. Looking like we're gonna have a fresh start for the third period. Thanks again for tuning in to CROW LAX TV. Like and subscribe to us on YouTube to follow along for all the live action. 16 seconds left here in the second period. Grace holds on to it. Pass it over. Down, Hildebrand. Up to Wells. Wells back to Grace. Grace tries to shoot, but it's blocked by a Crude player. And that's the end of the second period with a score of 8-8. Outlaws made their comeback there. Crude is going into third period with a penalty. I want to thank again our sponsors for the second period, Alberta Sportswear. Our first period sponsor, Zender Ford. Our next sponsor for the third period will be Central Social Hall. I'll give you guys my rundown then in third period, don't you worry. For now, thanks again for tuning in. My name is Kelsey Kleparchuk. I'm here with CROW LAX TV, Jerome McGinley Arena on this fine Friday evening. Stay tuned and we'll hear back in another 10 minutes. And we're back here for the third period as the Crude and Outlaws battle it out. Outlaws made an epic comeback in the second period, tying the game to 8-8. I want to thank our third period sponsor here, Central Social Hall. It can be a place for drinks with the girls, lunch with a client, brunch with your family, or a late night with your friends. Born and raised in our beautiful city of Edmonton, we are committed to providing you with an outstanding restaurant and bar experience. Located at 525 St. Albert Trail, Central Social Hall, your third period sponsor here as the Outlaws and Crude battle it out this Friday night at the Jerome McGinley Arena here in St. Albert. We have got two-minute penalty here for the Crude for a delayed game. So it's going to be 3-on-5 for the Outlaws here. Wells passes it over to Porter. Porter over to Grace. Hildebrand loses it as the Crude bring it up to the floor. We've got 3-on-5 right now. As Zwenka is pressured by the Outlaws to let go of that ball. He holds on tight. Pass it over. Intercepted by Outlaws. Keller. Pass it over to Grace, who brings it up the floor. Rolls it over to Porter. Pass it back up to Grace. Makes that shot quickly over the... Tried to make that shot over Horbe's shoulder. Missed. Ball is intercepted and stuck between the nets, and Outlaws pick it up. Wells pass it over to Hildebrand, who made the shot. Saved by Horbe. Wells gets it in there for another goal for the Outlaws. So that was number 77, Wells, with the goal for the Outlaws. The assist made by Hildebrand, number 22. It is now 9-8. Outlaws in the lead here in the third period. Here we have the face-off. The battle is won there by Crude. Sika pass it over to McConnell. McConnell over to Elliott. Elliott tries to bring it a little bit closer. Pass it across the floor to McConnell. Sorry, not McConnell, number 10. His back shot, just tried to make that shot clock. Rebounded by Hain. Passes it up to Grace. Power plays over. Grace brings it back around the net. Passes it up to Hildebrand. Makes the shot. Blocked by Horbe. Zwenka tries to battle it up, pass it up to his teammate. Nikipilo hold on to it. Tried to make a pass, but it was interfered by Outlaws, who hold on to it now. Dugan is waiting for his pick. Makes the shot and misses. Porter picks it up. He's pressured here by Schultz. Grace holds on to it in the corner, brings it up top. Makes that shot, ball's behind the net. And Crude pick it back up again with Schultz. Bring it up the floor. Waits for his teammates to set something up. And we have Frey with it now. Over to Elliott. Elliott makes that shot and gets the goal for Crude. Number 77, tying the game 9-9. Once again, thanks to our third period sponsor, Central Social Hall, located on St. Albert Trail. Born and raised in Edmonton, committed to providing you with an outstanding restaurant and bar experience. Great goal again by Elliott, number 77 with the Crude. We had the assist there with number 8, Bennett Frey. Crude, hold on to the ball. Fodchuk tried to make something there, but fumbled, and here we have the Outlaws holding on to it. Trying to catch up and keep that pressure on. As Brooks, number 27, rushes to the net. Last 10 seconds of the shot clock. Porter makes the goal for the Outlaws. Number 2, Jesse Porter. Score is now 10-9 for the Outlaws. We are neck and neck here. Nobody wants to give anything up. But the Crude picked that one up from the face-off. As Schultz rushes to the net, passes it up to Frey. Frey holds on to it. Looking for his outlet. Bowie tried to catch it. Here we got a little bit of a tough middle of the field, the floor. Ball is passed over to the Outlaws. Ellis brings it up. Holds it on top and passes it over to Grace. Grace over to Wells. Back to Grace. Over to Porter. Back to Wells. Got 3 seconds left of the shot clock. Looked almost like an interference was going to happen there, but not on Huckabee's watch. Pass it back over to Ferrietti. Over to Elliott. Elliott launches it across in front of the net. Passes it back. He gets the ball back here. He brings it right up. Behind the net now. Pass it up to 44. 44 launches it. Saved, though, by Courtier. Booth, the Outlaws, trying to make his play. Dugan holds onto it at the top. And Brooks is trying to find his way around. But Porter was the one who tried to make that shot, and it was saved there by Horbe. Ball's launched up the floor. They're battling to pick up this loose ball. Don't see who's got it yet. Not picked up by anybody yet. He's been loose for too long. Finally, the Outlaws get it. Ellis tries to bring it up. Waits for his team to set him up here. As Grace passes it over to Wells. Wells over to Porter. Porter makes the shot, saved by Horbe. Picked up across the field by Reich. Made the shot by Smythe. Rebound, thankfully, picked up still by Crude. And Frey holds on to the ball. Pass it back up to Sika. Down in the corner. Rebound and saved there. Couturier saved that, but the Outlaws are trying to make this move, and it was also saved here by Horbe. Crude warming up the floor. Sika charging there at the net, makes the shot and it's saved. Ball's launched midfield, mid-floor, up to Sutherland. Whistle blown. Looks like there's a penalty called here. Penalty called on Crude for holding number 14, Drader. 2 minutes in the penalty box. Coming on an Outlaws power play. The score is 10-9 for the Outlaws. Grace. Pass it over to Wells. Grace has the ball again at the top of the key. Wells tried to make a shot, but ball is loose and picked up by Nikipilo. McConnell gets that rebound. As Sika passes it over. Sika's got it again. Pass it over to Elliott. Elliott makes the shot. A little bit wide. We've got another penalty called here. This time for the Outlaws. For check. So there's a penalty there for number 19, Cody Porter, for the Beaumont Outlaws. Elliott brings it up. Got 4-on-4 here. Fodchuk tried to make a move, but here we have a power play. Sorry, not a power play, a breakaway by Hain. Didn't want to make that move, so passed over to Grace. Charges the net. Porter passes it over to Rossman. Shot and a miss. Porter up to Grace. Grace missed there too, right up in the key. We still got some leeway. Porter holds on to it for a nice reset for the Outlaws. Pick is made. Wells shoots, but it's saved by Horbe. got 10 minutes left here in the third period. And another penalty called here on the Crude. Number 11, Parker McConnell. Three on four now. Outlaws. With the ball here. Grace makes a shot, but it's blocked by Crude. Porter setting up again. Grace at the top. Porter has it. Saved by Horbay. Nice save. Almost had a breakaway there. Wasn't able to make that pass. Outlaws hold on to it. Hildebrand brings in behind the net. Tries to whip it in front, but it's picked up, rebounded by Crude. They're bringing it up the floor. Frey, pass it over. Sika. Frey's got it again. Finds that open one there, and a goal for the Crude. And that was a goal for number 20, Fodchuk. And it's 10-10 now with Josh Fodchuk, number 20, who made that tie. Outlaws bring it back. Porter holds on to it. Crude is still shorthanded here. But Porter holds on to it, tries to make the shot, and it's saved by Horbay. Horbay saves two in a row. No big deal. Schultz runs it behind the net. Looking for his outlet. It's passed up to Elliott. Elliott to Bowie. Bowie brings it in. Outlaw stick dropped. And the ball goes down the floor right into Keller, who brings it up for the Outlaws. Got a little bit too close in the crease there. Crude bring it back up. McConnell pass it over to Wells, to Sika. Sika brings it up. Elliott. Ball was a little loose, but Outlaws have the rebound. Hildebrand, pass it up to Rossman, takes the shot and misses. Another shot made with Horbay saving it. Little battle here. Grace with the ball. Really trying to get in close. Horbay saved another one. Drader runs it up and passes it to Bowie. Bowie tries to bring it a little bit closer to the net. Pass back over up top to Elliott. Elliott drives it in. Ball is interfered. But stays in the hands of Crude. Outlaws got it now after a little bit of a loose ball there. Another quick battle here at the center line. But the Crude managed to win. Lemieux holds on to it. Tries to run it. Pass it up to Fodchuk. Fodchuk over to Elliott. Elliott shoots, saved right into the chest of Couturier. Bias. Pass it up here to Wells. Wells waits a minute. Makes his play. Porter, the ball now. Makes the shot and it's saved there right in the hip of Horbe. The Crude charge up the floor. Nice little cross check in the boards. And they still hold on to it. Bowie. And another one for the Crude. Fodchuk with goal number 11. Number 20, Josh Fodchuk with that goal for Crude. The assist there was number 44, Hunter Sika, as well as number 4, Lucas Bowie. The Crude goal sponsor is Dylan Doken Contracting. Their attention to detail and giving the customer what they ask for is our company's main objective. Call Dylan Doken Contracting Limited for your general contracting needs. Crude goal, once again scored by number 20, Josh Fodchuk. It's 11-10 now for Crude. But we've got 4 minutes left here in the third period. And another one for Crude. Can't keep up with these guys. That was for number 10. So that was number 10, Aiden Valentine with the Crude goal. Now the score is 12-10 for the Crude. Again, that Crude goal is sponsored by Dylan Doken Contracting. Outlaws tried to bring it up, but Horbe saved it again. And here we have Smythe. Crude holding it on to it. Pass it over to Elliott. And Crude again. Tried to make another shot, but it was saved there by the Outlaws, who have it now. Porter. Passes it up to Rossman. Ball is great save there by Horbe. It's right up. Brooks pass it over to Porter. Porter back to Brooks. Got Ellis holding on to it. Balls going down the field. And we got an open net here. Open net goal for the Crude. 2 minutes, 37 seconds to go with that open net goal. By number 21, Liam Huckabee. 21 with that empty net goal, bringing the Crude up to 13-10. Loose ball right now. It just keeps getting pushed a little bit closer to that corner. Crude picks it up, pass it up to their player. Schultz holds on to it for a bit. Pass it over to Elliott. Interfered. Outlaws grabbed that. Intercepted that pass. Bias behind the net battling with Elliott. They get out. Makes the shot, but just a little bit too wide. Grace picks it back up at the top of the key. Makes another shot behind Corby. Got 4 seconds left on the shot clock. But Crude pick it back up. Ferrietti passes it over to McConnell. McConnell over to Valentine. Up to the top here. Sika to Lemieux. Lemieux to Frey. Shot clock about to expire. Making a couple efforts here. Resets as Lemieux brings it around behind. As Crude tries to reset here with 50 seconds left on the clock, and you can hear the stands getting a little bit louder as the final minute of this game closes in. Crude pick it back up. Frey pass it up to Sika. Sika holds on. Got 28 seconds left. He's rushing for it. Tries to bring it to the net. Bowie picks it up, pass it back to Sika. Last 10 seconds here in the game. And it looks like that's another win for Crude tonight. In the home arena, Jerome McGinley. Final score is 13-10 for the Crude. Once again, thank you for tuning in to CROW LAX TV. Like and subscribe to keep up to date with all the live action, all the live games. My name is Kelsey Kleparchuk. Thanks for tuning in and listening to me tonight as the Crude defeated the Outlaws this Friday. We once again want to thank all of the sponsors. Of course, our goal sponsors, Dylan Doken Contracting. First period sponsor, Zender Ford. Second period sponsor, Alberta Sportswear. Third period sponsor, Central Social Hall. Also want to thank Wedman Land and Cattle, United Sport and Cycle, Frank's Sandblasting and Painting, Ironworkers Local 720, as well as Impact Homes. Once again, this is CROW LAX TV. Like and subscribe to follow all the live games. Thanks for tuning in. You have yourself a great evening.